Hello, my dear students. Let me begin by welcoming you all to listen to my lecture on modifiers and try to accumulate some information in order to answer these questions later successfully. My dear students, I know you have already gained much more information on this topic from our seasoned and experienced teacher. My dear students, I will not go in for detail today. I will just recap some of the important points so that you can answer these questions very successfully. Dear students, I think you are in sound health and mind. I, Dawan Mohammad Emdad, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka, am okay till to date. My dear students, first of all, we want to consider the definition as well as the functions of modifiers. And for this, look at the whiteboard. Now, get started. So, what is the definition of modifiers? You know, a modifier is a group of words. Look at this, a group of words that describes a noun phrase. Basically, it describes a noun phrase, or what it does, it restricts its meaning in some way. My dear students, I think you have already understood the simple definition of modifiers. Now come to the function. Modifier can make a sentence vivid, specific, emphatic, and lively. My dear students, I think you have already understood the definition and at the same time the function of modifiers. I will now go in for detail. My dear students, we know adjectives and adverbs are used as modifiers. The parts of speech adjectives and adverbs are used as modifiers. Now we will observe how adjective modifies a noun. That is how adjective modifies a noun. Consider example. Complex problems. This is the subject. Require. This is the verb. Careful, this is an adjective, and study, this is a noun. So the last word is study, and before the study we have used careful. If you ask the question like this, what type of study, the answer would be careful study. So we have got an adjective here. In this way, adjective can modify a noun, and that's why the caption is adjective modify noun. And consider this, adjective and adverbs are used as modifiers. We have already, or I have already shown you how adjective modifies a noun. Now I will go for how adverbs modify another parts of speech, that is three parts of speech. You know, adverb can modify three parts of speech, and what are those? I will go for it. Okay, my dear students, we will now observe how adverbs can modify verb, adjective, and another adverb. And for this, consider these three examples. First one, the man walks slowly. Here, walks is a verb, and slowly is an adverb. So here, this slowly modifies the word walks. So this way adverb can modify a verb, and here slowly is an adverb. Now second example, the boy is very studious. This is how adverb modifies an adjective. Look at the example. The boy is very studious. Here studious is an adjective, J-E-C-T-I-V, and very is an adverb. And if you ask the question how much studious, the answer would be very studious. And this way, this very adverb modifies the adjective studious. Third one, the old man walks very slowly. Here very is an adverb and slowly is another adverb. So here you see the old man walks slowly, and this very is another adverb that modifies the adverb slowly, and this way adverb can modify also another adverb. My dear students, along with these, adverb can modify a preposition, adverb can modify a conjunction, adverb can modify a participle, and adverb can modify a full sentence. My dear students, we know there are three types of modifiers. First one, pre-modifiers, post-modifiers, and dangling modifiers. Look at this: pre-modifier, post-modifier, and dangling modifier. Pre-modifier is such type of modifier that is placed that is before the noun, and post-modifier is such type of modifier that is placed after the noun to modify the noun. And dangling modifier is a such type of modifier where it is totally unclear who modifies whom. My dear students, as you are instructed to use pre-modifiers of noun, so you have to consider a number of things related to pre-modifier of nouns. First of all, determiners can be used as pre-modifiers of noun. And we know determiners are of two types. Look at these: specific determiner and general determiner. So now come to the point. In this hub, that is in specific determiner, you will see article is a specific determiner, demonstrative is a specific determiner, and possessive is a specific determiner. On the other hand, in general hub, that is in general determiner, you will see indefinite articles are included in a general determiner, distributive adjective, then cardinal numeral adjective, then WH word. These are all related to pre-modifiers of noun. My dear students, you need not worry about this, because after each sentence you will be instructed by bracket, and you will see what will be used in the bracketed instruction. My dear students, I know you are synchronizing all the items that I am giving to you, and that you have in your received knowledge that you have already earned from our seasoned and experienced teacher. Just apply your discretion and try to understand what is new. Now, this is the added item you have to know, and these are also used as pre-modifiers of nouns. Number one, predeterminer can be used as pre-modifier of noun, then present participle can be used as pre-modifier of nouns, then past participle as well as adjective, then noun adjective, then compounds, then quantifiers can be used as pre-modifiers of noun. My dear students, I think you are with me. And if so, now come to the point. Post modifier of noun. I have already told you, post modifiers of noun is the modifiers that is placed after the noun to modify the noun is post modifier. And in this segment, for post modifiers of noun, you will be asked to use present participle, past participle, infinitive phrase, prepositional phrase, relative clause, appositive, and participle phrase. These are the post modifiers of noun you are asked to use after the noun to modify the very noun. Now, my dear students, let's see what are the pre-modifiers of verb and what are the post-modifier of verbs. We know an adverb can be used as a pre-modifier of verb. At the same time, an adverb can be used as post-modifier of verb. So, other post-modifier of verb are infinitive phrase, prepositional phrase. Now, my dear students, we will observe what are the pre-modifiers of an adjective. So, intensifier can be used as a pre-modifier of adjective, adverb can be used as a pre-modifier adjective, possessive can be used as a pre-modifier of adjective, and last but not the least, demonstrative can be used as a pre-modifier of an adjective. My dear students, I think you have already accumulated the information that I have given to you. Now, it is your duty to synchronize all the items that presently I have given to you and previously you got from our seasoned and experienced teachers. Now, my dear student, we will just see at a glance what are the items that are needed to answer this question, that is modifier. It is your question number 9, marks 5. Now come to the point. Now, my dear students, I want to recap my whole lecture in a nutshell, and we want to see modifiers at a glance, that is after the noun and before the noun. These 14 items are asked to use in a bracket or in brackets. Now come to the point, what are those items? So adjective, article, adverb, intensifier, possessive, demonstrative, quantifiers, infinitive phrase, present participle, noun adjective, appositive, determiner, compounds, and past participles. My dear students, these are the items. So you have to know in order to get 5 out of 5. And I have already informed you that it is question number 9 of your second paper. And now we will solve Joshua Board 2019. My dear students, come to the point. So Joshua Board 2019. Air and water are the most dash elements of the environment. So you are asked to use pre-modify the noun with an adjective. So before this noun element, we have to use an adjective. So what would be the adjective? So we can just apply our brain. Air and water are the most dash elements. So we can say important element or valuable element, even we can say essential element. So you can choose from these 3: important element, valuable element, or essential element. Now come to the point, second one. But we are polluting them, so you are asked to use post modify the verb with an adverb. So ask how we are polluting them. Basically, we are polluting them recklessly or indiscriminately. So this would be the possible answer of gap B. Now, my dear students, look at this. Mills and factories also use fuel dash their product. Look at the sentence again. Mills and factories use fuel dash their product. So you are asked to use post modify the verb with an infinitive. That is, we can easily say with an infinitive means first of all we can say to, then we have to use a verb. And what would be the relevant verb? Look at the sentence. Mills and factories use fuel. Why they use fuel? Just to manufacture their product. manufacture. Why they use fuel? Just to manufacture their products. Now come to the point. The burning of this fuel creates smoke. So you are asked to use post modify the verb with an adverbial. So look at the sentence again. The burning of this fuel creates smoke. How or what amount? We can say hugely. Even we can say enormously. ENORMOUSLY. Or we can say on a large scale. On a large, SCALE. So the answer of C is to manufacture, and the answer of D may be hugely or enormously or on a large scale. Okay, my dear students, motor vehicles also pollute the air. So you are asked to use an appositive. So we can easily detect the answer, because what is the position of air in our environment? We know it's an important element of the environment. So we can clarify it by saying, so motor vehicles also pollute the air. The appositive would be an important element of the environment. So this is the appositive. Then water is polluted by dash kinds of waste and filth. So you are asked to use pre-modify the noun with a quantifier, that is number. So water is polluted by dash kinds of waste and filth. If we want to use quantifier, it may be different or various or all. So we can write, or we can choose from these three. Water is polluted by different kinds of waste and filth, or water is polluted by various kinds of waste and filth, or water is polluted by all kinds of waste and filth. Okay, we also contaminate water into it, dash into it. So you are asked to use present participle phrase. My dear students, there is a difference between present participle and present participle phrase. Look at this, how we can use it. So we also contaminate water. First of all, we want to use present participle, that is verb plus ing. So we can say throwing, throwing, throwing. Throw is a verb, so we have added ing. So it is working simultaneously, verb and adjective. But as you are asked to use present participle phrase, so you have to detect a noun. So what basically we throw into water? We throw waste into water. So waste is a noun, and before this noun we have used throwing, that is participle. So the answer would be, we also contaminate water throwing, throwing, throwing waste into it. Then farmers use dash fertilizers and insecticides and pollute water. So our background knowledge is, so that you are instructed to use pre-modify the noun with an adjective. We know farmers basically use chemical fertilizers. That's why the answer would be chemical, chemical, chemical fertilizers. Okay. Okay, dash water is dash harmful for health. Look at this. The first gap, that is gap number I, you are asked to use pre-modify the noun with a past participle. So we have to use a past participle. Dash water, we can easily say polluted water, or we can say contaminated water. So this is the past participle of the verb. Polluted is the past participle form of pollute, and contaminated is the past participle form of contaminate. So we can easily detect the answer. Polluted or contaminated water is dash harmful for health. So you are asked to use an intensifier. I have already informed you a lot of intensifier, and one of them is very. So you can write here very. So the answer is polluted or contaminated water is harmful for health. My dear students, I have given you much more information on modifiers. I think you have, or you are benefited by these. My dear students, before we call it a day, I wanna just recite a verse from Robert Frost, where he said, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. My dear students, I want to remind you that study is the main purpose of a student. So you have to stick to these. At the same time, stay safe, maintaining some social distance. Till then, Allah Hafiz.